Yeah, and there was a good quote.
Dental care.
Do I have that quote? Did I save that quote? Oh, we're going to talk about Jesse Ventura made that quote, so we'll talk about that.
You mean Mr. The Body?
Mr. The Body, friend of the show, Ventura. Is his
new
friend of the show.
I mean, we paid for the privilege, but we
did, yeah.
We kind of abused the privilege, too. We hung out.
Well, I think that was all him.
I think as long as you mention things that he likes to talk about, you can get him to talk forever.
He was all over it.
No, it was a hoot. It was a joy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was SummerCon.
SummerCon. That seems like so long ago. Does that not seem like it was?
Yeah, it was like a month and a half.
I know. It just seems like a million.
It feels like it's been longer than a month and a half.
A million miles away.
Yeah. That was a good day, though, guys. I'm glad we went out.
July, wasn't
it? Appreciate that.
Yeah.
How was no, that was June. June 23rd, I think.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
We did. We did Gong Show in July. On July 8th, right?
Days. I mean, just burning things.
Burning through the days.
God.
What are you going to do?
Try to catch up with you, Charles. Get more shit done in a day.
Oh, there's some music. Yeah, I've got a cool little thing on Margaret Mead for today, for the people calling me. I don't have nothing to say to you people.
Yeah, go away.
Oh, hey, everybody. Welcome to Our Town Podcast.
Extraordinaire.
Coming to you from the historic Renton Civic Theatre in beautiful downtown Renton, Washington, on this very hot
August night.
Sweaty-ass day is the best way I can describe it.
That's pretty sweaty.
Yeah, what did we hit today?
They call that swamp ass.
Swamp ass, yeah. It was like 93.
Close to mid-90s. No, I was top floor of a really gross house.
Serious?
It's so
bad.
hot you can't tell if it's just sweat or if you shut yourself.
Oh, jeez.
Well, I can tell. I haven't had enough experience with both conditions.
I'm 50-something years old.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. And I had dysentery and Giardia simultaneously. It was awful.
Not a good combo.
Oh, man, I'm telling you.
Not a good combo. It's not like pork chops and applesauce or Starsky and Hutch.
No, only in the mirror universe is that.
Apples and caramel.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, they were fighting for
Pork
control of my
chops
bowels.
and applesauce.
What's going on, guys?
Oh,
Besides the heat.
Yeah.
It's fucking hot.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, working. We had a cool photo shoot.
Yeah, we did.
Podcast.
On
that was
Sunday.
really neat. That was really neat.
Slowly be releasing
that snail picture turned out
Heather.
a lot better than I expected it to.
Oh, dude, she did not only snail, but she did like us riding a fire-breathing iguana.
Oh, wow.
And
all these things happened, right? That's the
No, these were
movie
not,
magic.
These were not Photoshop, folks. These are real animals. Is that an emu?
Some kind of emu.
Riding on the back of an emu.
Right.
Oh, man. No, that kid was a good sport.
Yeah,
she was really good.
Fire-breathing iguana.
I don't know. That's pretty cool.
I like it. And Todd's got his balloon.
I got my what?
You have a balloon in that one. She gave you a balloon.
That's nice.
Shit.
Which is nice. That's just, everybody loves a balloon.
Oh, yeah. Because,
Yeah, so by the way, since it's so hot tonight, safe word is popsicle. So if anybody...
Popsicle.
Y'all ready? Jesus. If you feel unsafe... You just need a moment to yourself. Just need to stop the show. Just yell out popsicle.
Still free to say Otter Pop.
Otter Pop is good too.
Yeah. Oh man.
The wife took a bunch of Otter Pops out of the freezer downstairs and set them on the counter. But I don't know why she did this. But unfortunately, some of them were pierced. So I had a pool of freaking green and orange.
Yeah. How easy is that?
Popsicle juice, and it stained the counter.
Coloring did it?
Yeah.
I was just gonna ask.
Stained the counter.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, come on, honey.
Yeah.
Thankfully, she doesn't listen to this.
No, but that is a rookie move.
That is a very. Come on. And why take them out of the freezer?
Yeah.
You know, I'll eat them. Jesus. Yeah. So we did that. Anything else exciting happened for you guys?
Exciting? Well, I mean, other than the heat, I went and saw the movie Monday movie mystery movie whatever at Regal on Monday.
Oh.
And it was a new Liam Neeson movie And it's like, to explain this movie, it's like if you take like the movie Speed and you take that and you fuse it with Taken. That's what this movie was like. It's basically he's like a banker or whatever, and he gets into his car and he's taking his kids to school, and he gets a phone call from a phone that isn't his or his kids or his wife. He finds it in the center console, opens it up, turns it on, and they tell him that there's a bomb attached to his car, and if he stops moving, it will blow up, and if he gets out, it'll blow up. Yeah, so the whole movie is him trying to answer this guy, to do whatever this guy says so he can keep his kids safe.
Who's the star of this?
Liam Neeson.
Oh, poor Liam Neeson. Right? I mean, that guy goes through everything.
Yeah, his daughter gets abducted.
Oh, he has to break, man.
Kill, maim, destroy a bunch of thugs, whatever. Yeah, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't like, oh my god, this is the most amazing movie ever. It was, it was a thriller. It was just,
what was the name of it?
Yeah, I knew you'd ask me that. I'm trying to remember the name of it.
What happens in it?
Yeah. Liam Neeson enters into peril.
Peril. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Liam Neeson he gets himself into trouble.
Is it one of his paycheck movies? Because I feel like all these are just,
I think it is a paycheck
I'll
movie.
take whatever Brad script you throw my way. Just give me that check.
$12 million.
Yeah, no problem.
6 weeks worth of work.
Yeah,
right. Good kid. I bet he gets good catering.
Yeah. He probably has like 7.
Eats well.
Yeah.
It's called Suspension. What it's called, and it doesn't come out for a couple more weeks.
Oh,
all right.
That's part of that program.
It's a new one. Okay.
Yeah, it's brand new. It was the mystery movies are always like a pre-screening of a movie that hasn't been released yet. It's usually a couple weeks out before it hits the theater.
Yeah. All right. We saw Guardians of the Galaxy, the latest one, finally.
Third one
on Disney Plus.
What'd you think?
I liked it.
Did it kick you in the feels?
In some places, yeah. Yeah.
When you think it's safe and there's not going to be any more like heartstrings to pull, they come in and yank on the last one.
Yeah. And it did say Star-Lord would return, not Guardians, which is fine.
Well, no, we have at the very end, if you saw the end credits, there was a new group of Guardians.
Yeah. So are they going to continue as that?
They are continuing as the new Guardians, and I guess...
So it's just Rocket, Groot, Adam Warlock,
Sean Gunn's character, which I can't remember the name of the character.
He's got the arrow whistle now, and then some young girl that had some power. I didn't realize who she was. She was one of the kids on the bad guy ship.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought the actor that played the Heavy was great. I really liked his performance.
Yeah, he was great. Good job, man. Yeah. I enjoyed it. It was not my favorite. It was my second favorite of the Guardians films.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I like the Kurt Russell one. I like in a lot of places, but then some that I don't like.
It was one of those movies. Like it was basically a popcorn film.
Yes, it's a fantastic
You're entertained
film.
by it, but you're not like blown away by it.
Yeah. But all three of those films, even that said, for being pop movies, they're great.
Yeah.
They're really great. I really enjoyed that whole set.
Of the MCU, those have been better than most, I think.
Yeah. I like that Star-Lord admitted his mistake with Thanos.
Oh, yeah?
Which was pretty cool. And I like
to rewatch it, I guess.
Yeah, he kind of said that he screwed up and went a little too far with it and allowed Thanos to, do what he needed to do.
Yeah.
Because I blamed him for a long time. Like, we didn't have to go through this if you had just stuck to the plan, dude. Right? But I also like the fact that he didn't end up with Gamora at the end.
Yeah, I did like the ending.
Yeah. She got to go do her life, and he's back on Earth with
Granddad.
And she did find
he now has a thing for her sister.
That was weird. I was like, wait a minute, are they?
And she's like, no. What do you? No. Yeah. No.
I really like your eyes. They're black. It's a really nice shade of black, or whatever it was.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah,
she got all like embarrassed.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what?
Wait, what? I can love somebody else?
Yeah, she's having fun.
Anyway.
Karen Gillan is fucking
She's
hot
great.
too.
She
great.
is, man.
She's just all the way around.
Yeah, and she looks nothing like herself in that one.
Yeah, no, she doesn't look
character.
anything like that in real life, thankfully.
Yeah, she was
That would be
the...
terrifying to wake up next to.
Well, context, people. I mean, if it's Comic-Con...
I mean,
eh,
if
but have the Comic-Con stays at Comic-Con.
if that character was a real person, there would be.
Yeah, no, because, well, she's also a killer, right?
Yeah,
So she's
yeah.
just recently softened up, right?
yeah.
She's like,
And she's really rough around the edges.
Yeah. She's got a wall up.
oh, yeah. Yeah, well,
Needs
she
some
was tortured for years
tender
by
love.
Thanos the Despot.
Tortured, yeah,
Right? I mean,
yeah.
because he did. He was really mean to her to try to make her stronger.
Yeah.
So, I mean, really.
Really bad.
He is the bad guy, remember? Everybody's like, well, Thanos had a point. It's like, shut the fuck up, idiot. You're an idiot.
Yeah, which half do you
Yeah.
kill, right?
Yeah. Oh, my
A
God.
random half is not great.
Yeah.
Well, and all of the murder previously.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That guy just
yeah.
loved the
To get
murder
there.
part. Oh, yeah.
To get
No, he was
there,
just a
yeah.
murder guy. Murder man.
he also thinks that he was not the bad guy too. He's
Oh, no,
also
yeah,
one of those.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
one of those bad guys who believes he's doing the right
yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Oh, sure. I got to see a great concert.
Oh,
It was
Yeah.
fantastic. 3 super duper bands that I really enjoyed. The Purdons, who are a local,
Super
unwritten.
duper tramp.
Oh, they're great, man. And then Prism Bitch, who I'd never heard, but they were like pop punk wonder.
Nice.
They did a great job.
Prism, as in.
Yeah.
Okay.
As in Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah, I did. They were clever. They were fun. They were really enthusiastic, and it wasn't staged performance. They were really kind of hyped on being there.
Nice.
It was a good house. And then Tree People. And Tree People just deliver.
And they've been around forever.
They've been around forever, and they're really
People.
good. They really are for that kind of drum
I
guitar.
heard those
driven
guys were in the Lord of the
stoner
Rings
rock.
movies.
Yeah, they're
The Ents.
classified ents. But they've been around for a
Yeah.
long time, and they're really
Yeah.
good.
It's like everybody walked in those movies, even the trees.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah, lots of walking,
a lot of walking.
bastards.
I still think the best description of those movies is the one that Kevin Smith did. And then he also had it in Clerks 2. He did it initially in one of his Evening with Kevin Smith movies, where it's basically him telling a story to the one question that being asked at the beginning of the video. But he talked about seeing the Lord of the Rings movies. He goes, man, those movies are so fucking long. It's like everyone was walking to the volcano, even the trees walked in those movies, and that got such a big reaction. I think he took that from that Q&A session that he did and put it in
In his
Clerks,
movie.
in Clerks
Oh, nice.
2. Yeah.
Nice. Well, right on. You guys want to talk some headlines?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that Trump broke some RICO laws.
Is that yours?
No.
Oh,
I saw a post with that today too, and I thought it was funny.
I just saw it.
All right,
I just saw it on
all
a
right.
TikTok video before we started recording.
yeah.
I don't know,
Number
but that's the thing. And people get pushed back on RICO laws, but this is kind of they're helpful in cases like this. Right?
Yeah.
What is a RICO law for those of us who know nothing?
Well, I don't remember what it stands for, but it's basically conspiracy to commit crimes, right?
Oh.
It's putting together an organization that will commit crimes. Most of them
so
are like
it allows you
financial.
to
but-
tie
Yeah.
together.
like
Yeah.
real life Legion of Doom.
Yeah, because he's got like 18
Co-conspirators.
co-conspirators,
Yeah, it's great.
including Mark Meadows, who was
Oh.
his chief of staff,
Yeah,
Giuliani, Sidney Powell, that attorney that was all over the news claiming, the fraudulent, the supposed fraudulent election and all that stuff. So and the funny thing about this is it's in Georgia, so it's not a federal case.
Yeah.
A president cannot pardon him because it's state, and the way Georgia is set up, a governor cannot pardon him.
No, that's
Only people that
yeah.
can pardon him is a panel, which is called the Pardon and Clemency Panel or whatever it is in Georgia, and it's a panel of different people that are on it, so they'd all have to agree. So I mean, this is probably
Which in a lot of ways, constitutionally speaking, governors and the president, right, can pardon certain crimes, and I don't know, but I mean, as time has gone on, I think more democracy, and our democracy is better, right? So, having executive power is pretty sketchy at times.
It can be.
But that's also the setup. So
Yeah.
But that's a nice workaround, right? You got a panel, right? So unless the whole panel is corrupted and fucked up, right?
Yeah.
It's like, which I guess could happen, right?
Could. I mean, it is Georgia, and Georgia swings a little bit red. I think it's a purple state these days.
Yeah, less and less all the time. But there's also, I don't know, systemic corruption can happen anyway.
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what state you're in.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Seattle spends a lot of money on stupid shit,
It
right?
definitely
I consider
does.
that corrupt.
And money on not stupid stuff, but it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But this is huge news.
Yeah, tons of indictments, tons of co-conspirators, and fast tracking. Right, they're trying to get this going later this year.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Good luck for the former reality television star.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I don't know. It's just kind of got to happen, and it should happen, right? That means that our systems are hopefully working as they should, right? And I'm going to make a pledge right now on the air, people.
Do it.
I'm going to learn daily, spend at least like 15 to 30 minutes minimum, learning about our judicial system at the state and federal level,
system,
right, and just what all these terms mean, right, and like what are the criteria for grand jury indictments in Georgia?
And that's the thing is you can't say that this is Biden's DOJ
you can say it just simply isn't so.
Grand jury in Georgia that the DOJ has no control over.
No, well, the DOJ could kind of try to quash it, right? But it's a state thing, and that would be worse.
And Chris Christie did come out, one of Trump's opponents in this, and I kind of agree with a little bit of the way he's saying it, but I'm happy that they didn't go this way, as he was talking about how the Georgia indictment shouldn't happen because all of the stuff that the Georgia investigation found, instead of them sort of piling on and charging him in Georgia, they should have given that to Jack Smith to include with his overall indictment, which kind of makes sense. But
he just couldn't use it as charges. But those federal charges can be put out.
Yeah.
Because you can't be charged for the same thing twice.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Unless they just didn't call it conspiracy.
But he did have some conspiracy
then he
stuff.
can get, sure.
Yeah.
And conspiracy is a crime, but if he gets convicted of these, then he could get federal charges like, say, treason or something else.
Yeah,
right?
and the best thing about having the 4 different jurisdictions is whatever person comes up and testifies under oath in one of them, that deposition, that testimony, whatever can be used in any of the other 3.
Yes.
So Giuliani gets up and is talking smack about something and talking out his ass. They can use all that testimony in New York or in D.C. or in Georgia.
And they're held to it.
And they're held to it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, you didn't say that? Oh, you committed perjury? Right? So, I mean...
I don't know. And I mean, I don't know. I think it's important for, because justice is a human construct, right? But we have to believe that humans can create some pathway towards more justice, towards a more just existence, right? We have to believe that, or there's no sense in any of it, right? So this is a portion of that. This isn't the only portion of it, but high, low, left, right, all of the above. We have to have a justice system that is effective, right?
Yeah.
Against those who fucking dog on us, and people
otherwise
wanna,
we keep getting dogged on.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we have to have people that are willing to step up and not only, testify against the wrongdoing, but to be brave enough to bring those charges, right? And not fall for the, the party line and the bullshit and all that. You got to rise above that. And that's
absolutely.
The most disappointing thing when you look at the right side of the aisle is hardly anybody stepping up to say, hey, we need to hold this stuff accountable. Right.
It's bonkers.
It really
It's bonkers. It really did go too far.
Yeah.
Like Bill Clinton. I was mad at Bill Clinton the second he lied to us.
Yeah.
And also a lot of the Kosovo stuff was just war criminal dog shit, right? It's like there's a lot of things that I was not into during the Clinton presidency. And it really is a Republican. Exactly.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. It's like, so it's not like I was protecting him from being prosecuted or whatever. It's like,
was he better than George H.W. Bush? Probably. Was he better than Perot? Probably. Was he better than
it's And,
what's the guy who read Dole? Bob Dole.
Bob Dole.
Yeah. Sure, but none of those guys had made the office, so they couldn't have lied to us or perjured or done whatever in office, right? Because he was there.
Did you guys ever watch the Rock the Vote thing that was on MTV back in the
day? When he played a saxophone?
Yeah.
No, wasn't that on?
They had people asking questions of the candidates. You know,
was that the boxes or briefs?
Yes.
Yeah, because he was kind of a sexy. Really?
And Clinton.
I don't. There's a lot of lead still in paint, people.
I don't remember.
America was not the shining fucking citadel that we are today. I'm telling you.
We're doing a lot of cocaine back then.
Yeah, something.
I don't remember exactly what Clinton says, but I do remember what Bob Dole said when they asked him the question. He said, "Depends."
Nice. Todd for the win. Yeah, but keep people accountable. And so I'm going to make the pledge to learn more and more about our justice system, and A, how it functions, right? And B, how we can continue to improve it towards a more just society.
Yeah.
Right? Because no fucking duh, that's the goal, right? Is to have people live better lives, and part of that involves at least the concept of justice as a workable societal promise.
Yeah.
Right? Something that we are working on. Anyway, fuck it.
Yeah. Well, that's our politics roundup there. Did you guys hear about the devastating Maui fires?
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
It's awful.
I
It's
saw
awful.
a bunch of videos on TikTok
How
about
sad
that.
is this, man?
I actually found out because I follow Jason Momoa, and he's all about his culture, and he started posting videos and interviews and stuff about what was going on. And I think he actually lives in Hawaii right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, was he there at the time?
Jeez.
I don't know if I don't know if he was on Maui or if he was on one of the other islands, but he was posting a bunch of videos about what's going on. And one of the videos he posted is this young lady who was like, "Please do not come to Maui if you have vacation plans here right now."
Yeah.
And we are trying to rebuild, and we don't really want to be tripping over.
Yeah, and I heard there was different, like the state authorities were like, no, we need the revenue, right? We need the tourist dollars to come in, but the locals are like, no, we need time to heal, we need time to figure this out. We're still pulling bodies up.
Let's be honest here. Who really wants to go to Hawaii and then like come across a dead body when you're out?
They're Crypticon kids. That's who.
Okay. Or the ladies who like watching murder porn, but beyond,
I don't know.
Or the goth girls.
I mean, you schedule your vacation, many people, from what I understand, like a year in advance.
Right.
So if they had tickets and this, that, and the other thing, they'll lose everything if they cancel or whatever. I mean, I kind of get the pressure for, regular people who plan a vacation, but hopefully they can get refunds.
I think because of what happened in Maui, I would hope anyway that the companies would be like, well, yes, I realize, there's nothing to see when you're on vacation right now.
And so they're going to get plenty of federal dollars, right?
Yeah.
It was the entire city. What was it? Not Maui is the island itself, but there was the whole town that this fire happened and is gone. It's gone. It's gone. There's nothing left. The only thing that's left, and I saw this other video and it just made my eyes roll so hard.
Is it a statue of the Christ?
No, it was a brick building. It was a brick church. Imagine that this building is still standing. Of course it's still fucking standing. It's not made of wood.
Yes.
Yeah, Maui's a pretty big island, and I know this happened in a small section of it, so the rest of it, but let the resources get there.
Go to Oahu, man. If you're going to go to Hawaii, go to Oahu and go to Waikiki.
I would recommend Kauai. Oahu's nice, but...
I mean, it's a tourist destination for sure, and if you want to see the Arizona and shit, that's where you want to go.
Cool shit in Hawaii. But I just don't know if now's the time. If you haven't already booked your shit, right?
Hold off a little.
Because could you just fly? You could. Let's say you had a flight to Maui and then just take a puddle jumper to one of the other islands, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess that.
And hopefully the state tourism board is helping people reroute to different islands,
because that is income, but it does seem inappropriate, right? And B, just kind of a logistical fucking nightmare. There's only so many roads, right? And not many. There's only so much fuel to fuel cars. It's like generators, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The fuel's got to go to other shit, right?
I can see like some middle-aged white lady, some Karen going, calling the concierge or whatever you call the front desk and say, hey, can you do something about the dead body that washed up on the beach?
Yeah. The air's kind of smoky.
What's that smell?
Yeah, man. It's
Why does it
it's
smell?
awful.
Why does
It's
it smell
awful.
like Hawaiian pizza right now?
Oh, man.
Man.
Yeah.
Really? I don't know if that even gets a rim shot. That's more of a groaner. Rim shot implies
Holy
up,
shit. I think the last, because I wrote this yesterday, our show notes, but I think it's up to like 106 dead.
Jeez, awful.
Something like that, which is the biggest in a century for
because the fire moved really fast, right?
mile a minute, they say, with the high winds. A mile a minute. It just blew.
Oh, there's no getting out of that.
There's no getting out of that. And Maui
there's no way.
has.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm saying up to a mile a minute.
Oh.
They have a huge emergency system, sirens in place, but it didn't go off, and I don't know the reason why.
Because it wasn't an earthquake and it wasn't a tsunami. It was a forest fire.
Would have thought
I don't know.
they could
I was told that the power transformer blew first.
Yeah.
So whatever, but I would think, emergency shit would have backup systems, right? I would
think so.
But I don't know. Jeez,
Yeah, I
this summer,
heard- what
hopefully
was
somebody
it,
gets fucking death penalty.
high
for
winds
that.
blew the power
Yeah.
lines down.
Maybe
Is that what
something
they
like
think?
that. Yeah, something like
The
that.
other thing I heard about what happened there is all these of course, as soon as I start talking about, my brain goes.
No.
Real estate agents are like calling people in that town asking if they want to sell their property.
Yeah, Jesus.
That would be awful.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, why?
I hope that's just a couple or one terrible
better
person.
I really hope it's not a thing. I hope that's just like someone
I wouldn't
trying to
think
be
so
a dick.
in actual real estate, because there's a realtor is not the same as somebody who sells houses and shit. And a realtor has like a certain code of ethics and all this kind of stuff. So they're not.
Yeah,
so that's some kind of flipper dog shit.
You
or
can go
something.
get your real estate license fairly easily. You just got to take the test.
Yeah,
and pay
I
the
mean-
fee.
Yeah, they don't have
To be a
really
realtor,
ethics.
you have to join the organization.
Real estate agents
I
aren't
think you have
nearly,
to kill somebody.
real estate agents aren't quite as smarmy as like car salesmen, but close.
Sure.
Hey, now,
I guess
I
could be.
was a realtor
Yeah, and I stand
at the
by my
age
statement.
of 19 and 20.
Wow.
Got in. It was bad market, so I got back out. I was like, oh, my mom used to do this. I can do this. I sold 2 houses.
Oh, geez.
Made about $2,000 in that year and spent about 6 months of full-time trying to get it done and just didn't go anywhere.
Could you just re-up, or would you have to redo everything?
I think I'd have to take the test at this point. It was like 30 years ago.
Well, got a
Does my
mind
test
like a
still good?
steel.
My test still good?
Yeah.
Steel trap. Got caught in a steel trap. Yeah. Yeah. I thought about getting it again. But
well, I don't know. The market's
I did enjoy the
crazy right
law
now.
aspects because I had to watch 30 hours of videotapes back then about real estate, egresses and
Ingress, regress.
all all
egress.
that crap, what you
Jeez,
can
that's
do
neat.
and all that. And I always thought that was pretty fascinating.
And the do they give examples of the whys and
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
neat. No, I like.
Yeah. So it wasn't bad. Property law is an interesting thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
So holy shit, we if you're praying, we pray for Maui. At least you're in our thoughts.
And any ideas? Should people donate to Red Cross?
Well, I
Renton
don't know.
Civic? I don't know. By
I do
next
know-
week, we'll come back with more information on
I
that.
do know that a bunch of people have donated things for the people who are hit by this, and like FEMA and Red Cross are like denying these donations because they didn't go through the proper channels.
Well, yeah, no, that's pretty common actually. So
Is it?
yeah,
Yeah, they probably have to qualify. all
because
the-
there's only so many places to land a plane and dock a ship and all that kind of stuff.
that's
Yeah.
And warehouse space, etc. I kind of get that.
Yeah.
So that's why, just like when
It
Turkey
seems-
happened, it's like
It seems like they're trying to make sure that they're the ones that get the money and other things, and that way they can pick and choose what to dole out.
well, I think because we allow them to take first position at airports, right? They can, because they have the power to take emergency action, right? So because they can fucking call up deadly force when they want to.
It still seems very shady to me that they're not allowing these donations to go to the people that need it.
Well, for many years, I've always heard that they recommend if you're going to send something, send cash to somebody like the Red Cross or the Red Crescent or whatever, because that way they buy the supplies that they know are going to fit in their shipping containers. They know exactly how much they weigh, how much space they take up. Fucking blah, 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 blah.
They have all the logistics.
The logistics part of it is a pain in the fucking ass, especially if we're an island, dude. Right? It's like...
Yeah, I heard the locals had set up a lot of little just, makeshift support trains and
that's what I'm talking about. They're not those things are not being doled out to anybody because they didn't go through the proper channel.
Oh yeah, geez, I don't know.
They're just sitting there going to waste.
Geez, well, I hope
on
that's
pallets.
Not true. Yeah, well, I don't know. Hawaiians aren't afraid
be like,
to go make shit happen. So
Donald Trump throwing paper towels
at people. Yeah.
to people in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, geez, I don't know.
Ordering lots of McDonald's and Burger King for people.
Oh my God, some badness.
Yeah,
but I don't know. That's something else.
Yeah.
But regardless, I don't know. Hopefully, people are getting what the fuck they need to get.
Yeah, I hope so too. I hope that.
But we can all go online and at least look at Red Cross and see what they have to say.
Yeah. That's right.
Because I have no problem with those guys. They're not perfect, right? But they have a really long fucking arm, right?
And there are websites, non-governmental, non-political websites that you can go to and you can look up the ratings of charities, charitable organizations that'll tell you how much money they give to their admin and how much money actually make. How many
because I remember
cents on every dollar.
Common was bad.
Yeah.
Right? Shit like that. What's a drag? But how's our town podcast? Are we considered a good charity?
It goes to us. So
we should be a good charity. Speaking of good charity, you should go to ourtownpodcast.com.
Wow.
Sign up and become a member.
Do it.
Yeah.
Because it's only $3 a month.
The charity goes to Charles.
Yes, and I definitely need it to support my bad habits over here.
Yes.
Oh my God. Hey, did you guys hear about this story down in Peru? There's an indigenous peoples called the Aikitu people. They live in just northeast of Lima down there, and they have been reporting that there's strange creatures that come to the villages, and these creatures they described as being really tall, having yellow eyes and round feet that glow, and they actually hover. Right, and they attack the people down there.
That's sad.
In fact, one 15-year-old kid got his neck slashed. So people are describing it as kind of like Green Goblin from Spider-Man.
Oh, because they're
riding around on the thing with the big yellow eyes and stuff on the glider.
Yeah,
jeez.
That's a new one. I've not heard of that one before.
So it just hit the news, and they're trying to figure out what exactly it is. Some people think that it could just be drones. That people are flying in to sort of scare these people and maybe get them off their land or something.
Well,
and that would be the reason why they're impervious to, human weapons like arrows and bullets and stuff like that. They think they just might have mass on them, why they can float and stuff. So
and that could be
a crazy fucking story.
Or it could be Predator. Or it could be Predator.
Yeah.
But Predator's not going to leave anybody alive.
No, they're going to rip your...
Actually, he would if they're not a threat.
That's right.
If they're not a threat, yeah.
I'm going to put down my weapons now.
I mean, I'm trying. I think it was the second one with Danny Glover where he's pointing at his weapon at the different people and he points it at the woman and does a scan and realizes she's pregnant and then says, "Okay, well, I'll leave you alone because you're pregnant," and then starts shooting the guy.
Women get all the breaks.
I know, lucky women. Oh my God.
If only we could hold on to something like something within our body for 9 months and then squeeze it out.
Oh my God, yeah.
I've got a cyst I can give you. I've got a pimple on my ass. My goiter. Give you my goiter. It's crazy, man.
That's crazy. I don't know.
Get some, support
maybe
on this.
Well, my guess is it's a fucking cattle rancher trying to kill a bunch of fucking natives again.
Trying to push them out their land.
I mean, it's a tale as old as time.
Right.
It really is.
As old as time.
Yeah. Speaking of cattle ranchers, we were talking earlier about the body being back in the news. Jesse Ventura
Oh, is he a cattle rancher?
No,
Oh.
I don't know. I was trying to look for a segue, and I
Well, no, a predator.
Predator. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
How did I miss
There
it?
you go.
I ain't got time
Nice.
to bleed.
Yeah, and he's the one who nicks it first, right? Using old painless.
Yeah.
I think because then he says, if it bleeds, we could kill it.
Oh, Arnold
Yeah,
says
somebody
that,
nicks
right?
him, yeah.
Yeah.
I assumed it was old painless because he's all for like 8 minutes, just cutting down trees.
With the minigun.
The chain gun was fantastic. Everybody loves that scene.
Yeah.
First use of chain gun in a film, I think,
I
right?
don't think so. I saw it.
Great.
I saw it in Wise Guy. Remember Wise Guy with Ken Wall? It was a mob TV show, NBC, back in the mid 80s. Ken Wall played an undercover guy. In one of the episodes, somebody had a chain gun, a minigun in the back of their car, so they could pop a button, the trunk would open, and the
Fuck,
minigun
man.
would go.
Can you get those?
I'm like, yeah. Fucking tailgaters beware.
You could probably find them on eBay.
Yeah. Oh, man.
You could probably get the Nerf ones.
Sure, great.
Well, yeah, I actually have one of the Nerf ones.
Oh, do you? The chain
Oh,
gun?
that's
Yeah,
cool.
I don't have
Top.
I don't have the belt for it anymore, but I have one.
No.
It's called.
Damn.
I don't know why that's just coming up in conversation, Todd.
I
mean,
did not
pretty
know
cool.
about this before.
Actually, I wanted to turn it into a like a cosplay prop, and I was going to do that this month, and then other bills came more.
Oh, geez, I wish I had the physique to be Jesse the Body and Predator. That'd be
What do you
perfect.
mean?
Yeah.
All you got to do is get a little muscle, man. You're
No, that guy was. They all were. They were all just
There's
beefed out.
only that one dude, or maybe the two dudes. There's a guy with the glasses. There was the two little
Sure,
guys.
sure. Yeah, but
And everybody
he's
else
supposed
was
to be
monster.
the egghead.
Yeah.
Come on.
Hey,
That was his character.
You can make your own character. You don't have to do an exact copy of
Yeah,
somebody else.
sure. No, I get it.
You know.
Yeah. Well, he's back in the news
Oh.
because he said in an interview that there should not be one billionaire in America. He went on to add that there is nobody that works hard enough to earn $1 billion.
Jeez, I don't know. I think that's true.
I think it's true too.
But they don't really earn that money. It's all kind of, right? All those guys, it's just on their stock portfolio.
Right. And he says he worked his ass off when he was younger. He had 2 jobs in his life where he had to work his ass off. And one of them was he worked for Minnesota Department of Transportation operating a jackhammer, which at the time he got paid like $1 more than minimum wage to run this jackhammer for like 40 hours a
like
week.
$250.
It would kill his body. And the other, of course, was when he was a Navy SEAL and he had to do, all the strenuous stuff that the military guys, especially the SEALs,
They're not making $1 billion.
no, they're not making $1 billion. And he says, man, we're told that you work hard and, you earn enough, but we got plenty of people out there working their asses off, fingers to the bone, 93-degree heat.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
You know?
The system's not designed for all of us to actually
No. And that I think
that
that's what
type
he's
of
implying.
success,
It's like, why does this guy, get $1 billion when everybody else is working hard?
We have continued to allow the powerful to write the rules that benefit the powerful.
Yeah.
It's silly. On a model, obviously the Declaration and the Constitution both are modeled not on that, not on concentrations of power, either of wealthy power, church power, corporate power, none of it. Yeah. Right? The whole point was to diminish the vast gap between powers. Right? No fucking duh. It's very obvious. That's the point.
Yeah. And, back then it was more egalitarian and, farmers and tradespeople.
Oh, agriculturalists? Yeah. Yeah, but there was still, there was the Dutch East India Company, right? There's all sorts of terrible corporate entities, right? And let alone church power was crazy.
Massive,
kingdoms and shit like that, just fucking dog shit.
Right.
And that's what they were trying to, and all the courts of those places, right? That whole type of because they had a 1%er back then, man. And that's why the modern system is working towards a neo-feudalism.
Right.
Right? And it's like, it's dog shit.
It is.
But the thing, I'm glad Jesse's still saying it out loud. Where did you see that quote from Jesse?
It was in the news. It was a regular article.
That's great.
In the news, and then there was another article that talked about how he wants to be the first politician to have his likeness be associated with a marijuana product. So he's starting his own marijuana business now that Minnesota has worked towards legalizing cannabis.
Yeah, geez, there you go.
So he speaking of billionaires, I don't think he's a billionaire by any stretch, but he's done pretty good.
If he starts
for himself.
making money with weed, he will.
He might be.
Maybe.
Yeah.
There's no billionaire weed dealers. Even the biggest weed dealer on earth ain't a billionaire.
Yeah. Have you
It
guys
just takes
seen
too much volume.
Speaking of weed, that Snoop Dogg has his own line of cereals and ice cream?
Yeah.
What?
I think I remember hearing that.
Snoop is just everywhere. He is. But I mean, his great grandkids will have money.
Oh.
Because of what he's doing right
His
now.
great
So it's like,
grandkids will have
yeah, no,
money.
it's fantastic.
Well, as long as they don't,
Yeah. Suddenly, invested all in like some shit shot.
Dogecoin. Let's put it all in Dogecoin.
You know what it is? They'll probably buy X from Elon's kid.
Right on.
Yeah, but then it might be better, right?
That would be great.
They'll turn it into something cool.
I don't know. I think Snoop's doing just fine.
Yeah. And Todd, you sent us an article about was it Crunch Berries or something? Cereals?
The General Mills has, everybody knows the
Speaking of cereal,
the Halloween cereals, like Crunch Berries, and there's Boo Berries and
Yeah. Count Chocula.
Count Chocula.
Yeah.
Frankenberry and all that. There's a new one with a girl on it. She's like a goth DJ. Yeah,
a goth DJ.
I need my cereal. Yeah.
Disc
What's
jockey
it called?
Charles.
Oh.
Yeah.
What is her flavor?
Yeah.
Do we know that?
It's something bitter.
No, yeah. It's
caramel.
It smells like cloves. No.
Caramel
cloves would be great. Oh my God. Bitter clove.
No, it's a caramel, yeah.
Or what's
caramel apple flavored cereal. Huh.
Yeah. I thought that was interesting.
Because Cheerios got pumpkin spice. They did. I walked through the store yesterday and saw some pumpkin spice.
I believe it. Already, though, with the pumpkin spice?
I swear to God, I saw it yesterday.
Earlier today when I was
in August.
Fred Meyer.
Nobody cares. It's like,
where did I go? Oh, Target today. I went in to get a case of water for the guys that are working in the hot sun. They had Halloween shit up front. So I was like, "Fuck! It's August, you guys."
It's August. Oh well.
What was your go-to cereal when you were kids? Did your parents buy you the good stuff, or were you?
Very seldom did I ever get like actual sugar cereal. It was usually like not Frosted Flakes, just regular Corn Flakes or Cheerios or. And not even the brand name. They were always the
store brand,
the knockoff brand. The stuff that came in the bulk bin. You had to scoop up into a bag.
Yeah, we didn't do bulk, but we'd get the bagged one.
We get the bag one.
That's what I do today.
Fill your bowl with sugar.
I get the bag stuff now because you get more for the same price as a box.
Yeah.
You get 15 ounces in a box, and it's like $6. And you get like a 32-ounce bag for $6.
It costs way less to ship a box than a bag because bags take up way more fucking room. You know what I mean? It's like. I guess there's a bag in the box, no door.
Yeah,
but you know what I mean? But it's a known quantity for the trailer, right? They just want to know how the shit stacks in there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, we would get all the knockoff brands, and it would always be like the stuff without sugar, unless I screamed and cried and threw a fit. I was a kid.
Oh
man! I was totally like Cartman.
Oh, cute. Todd, Cartman Todd.
Yeah.
We had Life cereal, Cheerios, Rice Krispies, and Raisin Bran were probably our
those ones
Raisin
too.
Bran was Cadillac. It got soggy fast though back in the old days.
And you had to do a couple scoops of sugar.
I loved Raisin Bran as a kid, but in the last 2 years I tried Raisin Bran and it does not. It does what it's supposed to.
No, yes, no, you guys,
and
firm that baby up.
And the thing is
fiber is important though.
When you're a kid, you don't need to have your colon cleaned out.
No, because you're a kid,
and it doesn't have that effect on your body when you're a kid. But as someone who's over 50 years old, I had a bowl of Raisin Bran, and about 30 minutes later, I was like, I need it.
Yeah, scoot, everybody, scoot.
Move out of the way.
Evacuate.
Somebody give me the Bible.
Yeah.
I'm going to be here for a little while.
I need some extra pieces of paper to wipe my butt with. Yes.
Yeah, I was a shredded wheat kid.
Oh.
Yeah, which is
that.
weird, but
Did
just
you get
because
the
of the
frosted
toastiness.
or no?
No. I was a hyper fucking kid. I assure you. And my mom was not going to add fuel to that fire. I think she wanted to just like put me
Got the
down.
padlock on the cookie and the sugar jar.
If they had silencers available back then, no, she would have fucking put one in my head.
Child muzzles?
Oh yeah. No, I mean like,
Like a
for
silencer.
pistols. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh yeah. I don't know where he went.
He just walked away
in
one
the
day.
backyard. Yeah. Oh my
I was
God.
feeding him with
What an angel.
I was feeding him with the slingshot just yesterday.
Oh my God. I try to give my daughter like Fruit Loops and Lucky Charms and stuff. She doesn't want it. She wants plain white Rice Krispies.
Oh, what a
That's
kid.
her thing.
Oh, what
All
a
right.
good kid.
Dude,
Yeah, I
do
know. When I got older, right, I would treat myself to Fruit Loops once I was
Yeah.
working, but
Yeah.
like living on my own.
You can stuff a bunch in, and then you just like, oh my God, what did
I know.
What did I just eat?
I know, because you kind of binge them. It's great.
What kind of milk? What kind of milk?
I do half and half.
Do you really?
Oh yeah, no,
2%.
Yeah, I grew up on 2%. For a while, I was drinking skim because I thought that was good, but it was like white water,
yeah,
right?
No.
It was-
we
yeah,
had, when I was a kid,
yeah.
it was powdered milk.
Was it really?
Yeah, so I
Okay.
kind of bounced back the other way.
All right.
Yeah.
Skim milk was basically like it's water with white food coloring.
Yeah.
But you can concentrate your own.
Oh, that's true. Huh?
Right.
Yeah.
So you don't have to follow.
That's true.
manufacturer's
Yeah,
directions.
you can add whatever.
But that
Yeah.
would, piss off the
Thicken
parents
it
who
up.
were actually buying that shit.
Why is half the powder gone for one
But I
bowl of
remember
cereal?
powdered and I have some in my bug out, closet or whatever, right? Just because that shit sits forever.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
a decent source of protein. I would recommend it. And it lasts forever.
Yes.
Speaking of milk, I in the last year I discovered a thing I didn't know was a thing in Canada, but bag milk. Are you familiar?
Oh, yeah, they had in India. That's the only way you can get it.
Yeah, like it. Instead of it coming in a jug or carton, it comes in a bag,
Huh. All right.
and you put the bag into like a pitcher used for like
Pour it from there.
pour. And you don't pour it into the pitcher. You put the bag in the pitcher, and then you just use the pitcher to kind of hold the bag.
All right. Does that cut down on waste of
I guess it's less packaging.
packaging?
Yeah.
Yeah. All
I
right.
bet one. Yeah, I mean that's.
Because you can't recycle like the traditional milk cartons, right? Because the old days they had like a waxy.
I think they still do, but I
think you can
recycle
now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they're made with like
I don't know
I think
if
they're made with like
actually-
recycled cardboard.
We've been thinking about switching to Smith Brothers and having milk
Yeah.
delivered.
You know
for
what? I
years.
did that
I
for
like
a
their
while.
products, yeah.
I did that for a while. It was great. They have lactose free milk as well.
Oh.
And
I didn't know that was possible.
yep.
Oh, they take out the lactic acid somehow? Or something?
I don't know
Huh.
how the science of it works. Just that if you're lactose intolerant, you can have the lactose free milk because it doesn't destroy your lower intestines like
Jeez,
the other
that's
stuff does.
interesting.
Yeah, we worked down at their production facility down there in Kent. We did a bunch of cabling. They had all the machines and
Yeah.
stuff where they do all the processing stuff, and it was really cool. Just to see, I'm fascinated by the
Yeah,
mechanics of everything.
I had it for like 3 or 4 months before I it was like every week.
We don't go through that much. So
No, but at Jet City and Liberty both, we had Smith Brothers.
Oh, did you
deliver
really?
in there? They were
Okay.
very responsive. You know what I
Nice.
mean? Like if
Yeah.
something's gone wrong or something's gone right, they're right there.
And
Yeah.
one of the things I thought was really cool is on hot days like today, if they delivered this week, they put like a thing of dry ice in with your delivery.
keep it nice and cool. Yeah.
Keeps it really cool.
Tony, who is Burgundy won first place at the Gong Show.
Oh.
Her dad, her stepdad, I think, but Tony just retired from being a long time Smith Brothers delivery guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, you may have run into
You know
him
what?
over time.
I'm kind of thinking.
Yeah,
Jeez, that's
former
great.
Green Beret with glasses.
Geez, that's a
yeah,
badass, isn't it?
Yeah.
Huh.
Comes
Yeah.
back and
Are
gets
you
an
just-
unassuming
yeah.
job as a milkman.
Oh, yeah. Are you familiar with Reed Fleming, the world's toughest milkman?
No.
Oh, it's a comic book. It's great.
Oh.
Reed Fleming.
Huh.
Yeah. So maybe it was based upon.
Maybe Tony was the
Burgundy's pop.
inspiration. Yeah.
I think a Green Beret. I mean, because he could have just gone off and been a mercenary somewhere
done
and made
whatever.
millions and millions and millions of
Yeah.
dollars, but he chose not to.
For
so
sure.
that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you, whoever you are. Burgundy's dad.
Burgundy's dad. Yeah, real nice guy too.
Yeah.
Speaking of like milk and supermarkets and stuff like that, a supermarket in Austria was closed for 2 days because they found a spider in with the bananas.
Oh, man.
The spider was a Brazilian wandering spider, which is one of the deadliest spiders in the world. It has a highly venomous bite, but one of the side effects is unusual in that it will give a man a very hard erection
right
that
before he
will
dies.
last hours.
Oh, jeez.
But it's not like, I need Viagra, I don't have it, let me bite me, bitch, bite me.
Yeah. And
I guess it's
dying,
very painful because some of the other things are high heart
somebody's
rate.
got a kink that this is just absolutely hitting all of the dots, right?
Now, if you set it next to a microwave for a couple of years and get it radiated I can get some superpowers, that'd be great. But yeah, I mean, the other symptoms are like hypothermia, nausea, drooling, vomiting, blurred vision, dizziness, high heart rate, and blood pressure. But yeah, the hours-long erection is a side effect of that. So they closed the store. They brought in some people to find this thing and clean everything. And then after a couple days, they said, yeah, it's good. But the truth is they never did find the spider. They never found it. But they, disinfected and they probably put some chemicals out to kill whatever, but they never found it.
Oh, yeah.
So
it's on one of their backs. Dun, dun, dun.
Fuck you, I'm going down the street to Safeway.
Yep. And I'm about to put out 1,000 babies or whatever.
But you got to think of that spider traveled from Brazil all the way to
It happens on a pretty regular.
I would think so,
it happens in shipping all of the time. Right?
What happened? I had to get up and go pee. What happened?
A spider stowed away in bananas to a supermarket in Austria. Ooh. And the spider is one of the it's a Brazilian wandering spider, and one of the symptoms, if you get bitten by it and the venom, is a hours-long erection for men.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. But it comes with a lot of other side effects, too, that nobody wants to go through, so.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing is...
it's not a replacement for Cialis. No.
What's
what's it called? The Brazilian what?
Wandering spider.
Jeez, I guess he lived up to his title.
Yeah, he wandered, man.
Long distance.
I'm going to walk the earth.
Like Austrians, about 1945, moved to Brazil.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Start saying, it's a big fucking 4-inch spider, man.
Yeah,
when I was in Belize, I had a spider
I would
drop
immediately
on me.
shit myself if I saw that anywhere near.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a spider fan. So.
I did see this is completely off topic.
No, nothing's off topic.
Okay,
with our town podcast.
I was riding a bicycle along the 2-lane highways of these United States, and I was riding through, I think it was either southern Utah or and I thought I was hallucinating or that I was dying or something because the whole road was like shimmering from left to right. So it's just these 2-lane highways, and now that there's interstates, nobody's on them. It's pretty cool. Anyway, and I'm on an old 40-pound Nishiki 10-speed. We're carrying 60-some pounds worth of shit. Anyway, but and the whole road is moving, and it was tripping me the fuck out. So as I roll up, and you can see for miles and miles and miles, it's clear and it's the desert, right? But it was migration of these silver tarantulas.
Oh, jeez.
And
it was cruising across the road.
Yeah, and just gazillions of them. I had to stop. Oh, there's too much. I just fucking waited it out.
So how far back did you, several hundred feet?
It was how far is that from here to the wall? It was double that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But you could see from down there that they were...
I got up relatively close.
Yeah,
they weren't moving fast. Oh yeah. But
how big were these suckers?
Oh, they were big. No, they were big.
Palm size.
I'd say bigger than an apple.
Jeez.
For sure.
Oh my God.
And just bazillions of them.
And where was this?
I think it was southern Utah. It was right around.
I'm never going to Utah. Have even
they were going elsewhere. They were moving. I think they were
heading down to Arizona.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was right around there somewhere.
I really like southern Utah.
I do. I like that country a lot, actually. Yeah.
What's in Utah that is worth seeing?
Well, the Earth part itself.
Yeah, Mount Zion National Park is
insane.
friggin' gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
And Arches is over there, right?
Arches, yeah.
Oh, no, it's bonkers.
What is over there?
Arches National. There's a bunch of national parks there.
National
Arches National Park. Okay, I didn't. I was trying to understand what you said there.
The top layers are the old bottom layers. Are versus so like 200 million fucking years ago, the Earth went.
Oh wow!
Did a fucking flip to the pancake of the crust of this portion of the crust. It's fucking bonkers. It's bonkers.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, other than that, I mean, like I said, I mean, nature might be the only thing that would make me want to go.
Yeah, I mean,
it's worth a road trip. It's
Salt Lake City's not anything to brag about with their 3% beer,
Oh, sure.
stuff
Yeah,
like that. But
yeah.
I don't know. I may have some nice stuff there.
So what? They only sell Bud Light then?
No, there was. I remember during the Olympics that were there, 20 years ago or 25 years ago,
something like that.
They talked about everybody selling the 3% beer. You could get imported stuff that had better, but if it was brewed there in the state, I think it had to be 3%.
You had to go outside the state in order to get anything better.
Well, that just means you got to drink all day.
I just can't drink too much.
Drink all day and spend the whole day in the bathroom while you're drinking.
That's too much.
Most I ever drank was 24 beers and a few shots. But I was trying to keep pace with this young lady who shall remain nameless that I dated for a very, very short time. Chick could drink.
Lady Gaga.
Chick could drink. We did a dive bar tour of Renton.
I think I would probably just say, you know what, we're probably not meant for each other.
And that's the way it came down to. That's pretty much what it came down to. And we ended up at Williams down the road, and she bought me. I'm like, no, I can't put any. I can't pee any. I just
peed 2 seconds ago, and I have to
I'm
go.
trying to drink it, and you can feel it like in your chest. It's like I'm big, but I can't put any more in my body.
Your eyeballs were floating,
swimming.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and she was ready to go for another round, and I'm just like, okay.
I
mean, let alone the alcohol poisoning part of it.
Yeah, the volume alone.
Just the volume alone. I just had nowhere else to put it.
I think if someone kept pushing drinks in front of me, I'd get annoyed and walk out.
Yeah.
But that's me.
She was a nice kid, and hopefully she's doing well. Just we weren't meant to be. So
yeah.
Anyway, you guys got any other news stories? That's what I came across.
Well, geez.
In a follow-up to last week, you remember we talked about the guys that went to Gen Con and stole a pallet of Magic the Gathering?
Yeah.
I think I read a note that they may have found the guys.
Wow.
And they are owners of a game store or card company in New York.
Geez, there you go.
So they may have looked, but I mean, you can see them. People, I install them. There's millions of video cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are crappy and they can't, but going through a convention center, there's hundreds of cameras on any parking lot,
everything.
So they had enough pictures that somebody's going to recognize you. So chill the fuck out and don't commit crimes.
Yeah, don't be a thief. Don't steal from your fellow conventioners, dude. It does happen, though.
Yeah.
It does happen.
It really does.
Oh, man. Thieves. Fuck them.
Yeah. Well, I got a little segment. I don't know if you guys are interested. This week in history. Talk about this week in history.
Is it really
kind of fun?
His story, Charles?
His story. It's all about me. In 1896, and this is pretty sad to be known for this, but a nice young lady named Bridget Driscoll in England, in the UK, became the first recorded case of a pedestrian killed in a collision with a motor car.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's her claim to fame. 1896, the first UK death by car.
And that's the first UK death.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't bother.
Worldwide or not?
Yeah, that's just what this week was.
That was Bad Luck McGee.
Bad Luck McGee, the first one, right? And we don't know. She could have been.
Who knows? Maybe the guy was a dick.
Yeah.
Maybe she's like, well, yeah, fuck you and the horse you rode it on.
I'm just imagining it's like a steam-powered car that goes like 10 miles an hour and he's trying to fucking run her down. And she accidentally, it's like, haha, you can't catch me. And then she trips.
It's like,
Instant karma.
Yeah.
Instant karma.
Poor kid. Sorry, Bridget.
In 1935, FDR himself signed the Social Security Act.
All right. Saved millions of Americans.
Government pension for the retired.
Yeah.
Almost said retarded, but that,
Well, and
they're included as well.
children whose parents were killed
God,
and
everything.
Oh yeah, are
man.
you
It's
kidding
a
me?
Safety net that is absolutely necessary.
Yeah,
absolutely
no,
necessary.
and it's not.
It doesn't cost the taxpayers $1.
No.
You all buy into it.
Yeah.
It's
Oh yeah, no, it's one of the
brilliant system.
greatest things that any
Yes.
government has ever done,
Yes.
that any peoples have ever done for other peoples,
Yeah.
ever. At least in the modern age, I'm sure there are tribes somewhere who really are kind to each other.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
But for most part, governments have just been set up to siphon wealth from the earth through poor people's hands, right to the few. Right. That's been the operation for millennia. Right. But this was huge.
Yeah.
This was huge.
Yeah, so that happened this week.
Yeah, geez,
in
that's wonderful.
1935. And 10 years later, speaking of FDR, Emperor Hirohito broadcast his declaration of surrender, effectively ending World War II, Japan's involvement in World War II, and that was it, because Germany had already surrendered by then.
Was Eisenhower dead? Or no, sorry, was that?
Yeah,
Roosevelt
FDR was
gone
dead by then, and Eisenhower was the president. And Korea gained its independence from the Empire of Japan because of that. So Korea became its own state, which is pretty cool. Really good movie, really good song by Peter Gabriel. If you haven't heard it, Biko, in 1977, Stephen Biko was arrested at a police roadblock under the Terrorism Act, number 83, in King Williamstown in South Africa, and later he died of injuries sustained. The police try to claim that, he got resisted and stuff like that, but I mean, he was beaten brutally,
beat him to death.
brutally beat him to death. But Biko was a terrific guy who just wanted, to bring attention to apartheid and to bring an end to it.
Oh my God! And remember, this is the 1980s.
This was 1977.
Oh, was it? Okay, for Stephen Biko. Okay,
but yeah,
oh yeah, but it
apartheid
continued
went
on.
I mean, when did Mandela get released from prison? Not until the late 80s, I think.
No, it's just
right?
insane.
Early 90s, I thought.
Insane.
Maybe so. Yeah.
Yeah. And remember, Afrikaners and that type of Dutch are kind of different than the Netherlands we think of today, right?
Yeah.
Where the International Court is there, the International Criminal Court is in Netherlands, etc. We think of them as a very, civil society, etc. But man, what the fuck? I don't know. Apartheid just trips me the fuck out. Yeah. And I know that, you know what I mean? We had, redlining up until in my lifetime, right? Et cetera, and Jim Crow laws and that kind of stuff. It's like, it's bonkers. It's bonkers. I don't get it. How do humans do? I know how it's rhetorical, but how and why do we do this? Why do we do this?
I don't know.
Because a lot of people are assholes, and
enough, right? Just
they
enough
think
of
that
us.
they're better than other people.
Yeah, it's bonkers.
Crazy. Well, 1991 this week saw the dissolution of the Soviet Union. I told you this was going to be interesting because there's so much stuff that happened this week in history. The August coup begins when Soviet President Mikhail Gorbachev is placed under house arrest while he was on holiday in the town of Foros in the Ukraine.
Geez, how come I don't remember him being put under house arrest?
I don't really remember that either because I thought he saw it.
Oh, yeah, he was tear down this wall.
Right?
Yeah.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
But yeah, I mean, this was the start of the dissolution of the Soviet Union, which is pretty crazy.
Geez, that's interesting. I'm going to have to look that up.
Yeah.
Did he die? Is he still around?
Oh, yeah.
Gorbachev died a couple of years ago.
Him and Yeltsin.
Yeah, Yeltsin, geez. That's a whole different...
I mean, that's a lot of vodka for any one person to consume.
No, and he was just kind of a...
He was an interesting character.
Yeah, but he was just corrupt as fuck.
Yeah.
Under him is how the whole oligarchy thing happened. But I think he was more of just a mouthpiece, right? He was the George W.
Yes.
Right, where it's the people behind the scenes who are just using that.
Running it, yeah.
All right. Which would have been Vladimir Putin. Thank you very much. So he was the Dick Cheney of the time, but way better at that job.
And then became the president. Yeah.
Ugh.
Crazy. Fast forward to 1998, Apple introduces the iMac computer. which I didn't have any involvement because I was a PC guy for all my life until recently. The wife is a big
Is that
Apple
a big
person.
bubble all
I think
one
that
thing?
was the pretty cased one, right?
iMac, the gumdrops.
Yeah, all the different.
We,
It's a marketing genius, right? Because they
Really
look like
was.
nothing else.
Yeah.
Look like that. It's
Yeah.
like,
Back in 2000, I started working at Earthlink. Actually, at that point, it was still Minecraft, or not Minecraft. What was it? Either way, the company that Earthlink absorbed that was over here, they started a new Mac group, and they bought them all like the pink iMacs. So they had a whole group of cubicles. They had like those giant bright pink and translucent plastic computers, and the team was called Strawberry Fields.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, I don't know much about those. I just remember they were all
never had them.
self-contained and they were a fair price, I think.
They
Pretty
were
good
expensive
price.
as fuck.
Oh, were they? Okay.
yeah.
All right.
They I mean,
they
as computers of the late '90s go, they were really expensive. For Macs, they were kind of.
But they were so pretty.
For Macs, they were medium priced because Macs can go way more expensive, but they were not cheap.
Gotcha. Well, also in '98, and we talked about this earlier, Mike Bill Clinton admitted in tape testimony that he had an improper physical relationship with a
I did
White
not
House
have sexual
intern,
relations with that
Monica
woman.
Lewinsky. And then later that same day, this week, he admitted before the nation that he had, quote, misled people about the relationship.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like, oh, I didn't know that having a Hummer in the Oval Office was considered sex.
Yeah, because he was just dancing. It matters what the definition of is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, literally, it's just like slimy dog shit. It's
Yeah.
like, and he's not alone in that.
No,
right? It's like,
no.
But it's still slimy and shitty. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and that's the thing with the presidents and now with the Supreme Court. It's like, people, you are going to be you are a momentous human in history. Right? An American president. Live up to the fucking job.
Yeah.
I was one of those people that didn't understand why it was a huge deal.
I don't think it would have
It
been.
wasn't
if
a
he
deal,
wouldn't have lied.
but he lied about
Yeah.
it, and it's like, you know what? I'm human.
Yeah.
Chick came on to me. She had a tight dress on. I'm a man. I'm a
The
dog.
only reason why he got caught is they were searching her dress and they found a wad of bills in her pocket.
Holy sheep dip,
No,
dude. You're on fire.
no,
That's not my
no,
joke. That's not my joke, by the way.
Still.
That's bad.
It is
somebody
bad,
else's
but you
jam.
know what? It's not too soon because that was like, what,
Yeah,
30
those are
something years
millions
ago?
of years ago.
And I feel bad for Monica Lewinsky because she was like the
Yeah, she was just
innocent
a dude.
kid
Yeah.
in this
Yeah.
whole thing. And
Yeah,
I say
she's in her
kid,
20s,
she was
right?
legal, but
Sure. So, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, kids badly.
But
used
for
it.
us,
But she was a
she
young,
was not
much
a
younger
child.
person.
She was in
No.
her
No. Agreed.
mid-20s.
she's probably like our age at this
I'd
point,
say
right?
something real close, right?
she was
Something
our
like that.
she is our age, yes.
Yeah. I
Clinton
don't
was
know.
the first presidential election I could vote in. And I remember me and my buddy Eric going to Pike Place Market to hear him speak
Caucus.
in Seattle.
I didn't vote that year.
Yeah, mine was Dukakis.
oh, the one be right before, yeah.
My
88.
first voting was 99, I think.
Oh.
So-
Okay. Yeah, I missed Dukakis by like a
Yeah.
year.
Oh, how sad was that?
Yeah.
What is with I know this again, sorry, off topic, but out of 330 million Americans, these are our candidates?
Yeah. Yeah, this
Really?
is the best we can
Really?
do. Yeah.
Because it simply isn't so. It's corny. It's corny.
Our country voted in a game show host as president.
Yeah.
So-
Well, sure. And one who, and I guess,
Claims to be a successful business person.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and it just has been a chronic lawbreaker and fraud for
not to
decades.
change the
His
subject.
entire life.
Yeah,
Not to
but we need to demand better, or we're going to get given something
same.
that we won't be able to get rid of.
Not
Right.
to change the subject, but I'm going to change the subject.
Yeah.
I just ran across an article here. Hasbro reveals a new set from their HasLab collection, which is like really fancy collectible things. These are not like things you buy for your kids from Hasbro. These are for collectors. It's the ship from the Star Wars Rebels called the Ghost.
Oh.
And it's a good sized ship. I mean, it's a toy ship, mind you. This is it's for your 3 1/4 action figures. It's a good sized ship. It's like this big and about that tall, and it sells for like $400.
Huh.
And
Are they limited run and that kind of thing?
because it's a HasLab exclusive
I
thing.
thought the guy we had on the show was HasLab.
Well, no, he's HasLab.
Oh,
Chief.
that's
Yeah,
right.
HAAZ.
Yes.
This is HASLAB, which is Hasbro Labs.
Got it.
You know.
All right.
Yeah, it's just a picture of the ship right there.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, I never watched Rebels.
Rebels is a great show. I was one of those initially. I was like, I don't like this animation style. This looks like play school figures, but it had a really great story.
Right,
I mean,
yeah.
I got sucked into it pretty hardcore after I think 3 or 4 episodes. I was like, okay, I'm in. This is a great show.
Does Hasbro also own Nerf?
Yes.
I'm telling you. We need to invest in Hasbro. You invest in us, we'll invest in
Hasbro
you.
over the years has acquired pretty much all the.
Man, I don't know who their buyer is, but they're smart because they've been. Maybe they bought a couple of turkeys somewhere.
Well,
but man, they got a bunch of properties that are really successful.
They did really well in the 80s because they took Japanese toys and brought them to America and made Transformers and a bunch of other things that are were made from a different company over in Japan.
I mean, you could say that Hasbro is more than meets the eye, Todd.
Oh, most definitely. Oh, dude. In 2006, I almost had a job working at Wizards of the Coast because they had at that point just started a online version of Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, no,
and I went through the interview process, and they told me at the end of the interview, like, you would have gotten a job if you knew how to play the game.
Oh, man.
And I'm
man.
Really? You don't have, information database or, I could just look up answers to questions?
You can learn the basics in 30 minutes or less, really. I mean, you can sit down and play a Magic the Gathering game.
And I told them,
it's like having somebody give you the cards. But
I told them that's a real bummer because I really wanted to work for Hasbro because I'm a huge Transformers nerd, and I would have spent all of my money in the employee store.
Man, we started watching Barbie Dreamhouse on Max, which is actually an HGTV show. So who's the plus size Ashley Graham? Is that her name?
I have no idea.
She hosts it, but they bring in all the HGTV TV like Ty Pennington and all those people, and they compete head to head. 2 teams compete in 2 different rooms to take a house and turn it into a Barbie dream house, right? And then they give you an era for the house. So the first one was kitchen and entryway, and the kitchen was 60s dream house, and the entryway was 90s dream house. So the 2 designers have to come up with, and they have to put a toyetic. They call it a toyetic feature in there. So some of the toyetic features in the kitchen were you push a button on a wall and the thing opens up and your toaster's in it, right? And then push another button and the mixer comes up.
Totally.
But it's all designed. So they took like a couch, which was in the 60s. They took a cardboard couch from the 60s dream house, and they took it to a place where they could actually print on fabric. So they had the same pattern made and made a couch that looks just like the one from the Barbie dream house.
They did the same thing on the Brady Bunch house.
Yeah, and it's funny too because Maureen McCormick shows up and she acts as one of the judges, but she comes and does a tour and gives a couple suggestions to the teams.
Is that Alice?
No,
that was Marsha.
Marsha.
Yeah.
But so we've watched a couple episodes, and it's kind of fun because they painted the stairwell just bright pink and made it look kind of plasticky. They tried to build the elevator and stuff like that.
This seems like it's a very similar setup to the Hot Wheels challenge, where they get people who are builders of cars.
Oh, maybe so.
They're both Hasbro properties.
Yeah, so the Mattel property.
Yeah, Mattel is owned by Hasbro.
But they got to go to the Mattel headquarters, and in the entryway, they have this huge Hot Wheel Barbie crazy entryway entryway where they have all the toys from over the years, and they're just gawking and looking at stuff. And then one of the teams went and they were trying to get inspiration, so they were looking at the 80s, because one of the bedrooms was an 80s setup, and they were like looking at the 80s toys and trying to gain inspiration for what they wanted to do in the room. It's corny,
it's pretty cool.
building
It's a good
show,
challenge.
but it's a fun challenge.
Just trying to find the era. That's
that
the cool
was the twist to it, and I thought, okay, that's cool, because you could make just paint everything pink and call it good. But
did they make this Barbie? Do you know? Did Barbie come out 50 years ago or 60 years ago or something?
Came out in the 50s.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the movie could just be, they didn't make this movie as an anniversary gift to Barbie.
No, but they do tie into the movie, right? So they had,
I think
one of the teams had to do a Ken Den, where it was all for Ken.
Like a man.
And they had Ryan, whatever his name is, pre-recorded a thing about doing it up for Ken, kind of a thing. So.
The guy who played Ken in the movie.
Yeah. And I guess Margot Robbie's going to come and be a guest judge at some point because they showed it. But yeah, I mean, it's just a silly, fun little home improvement show. But the stuff that they come up with, the little features and all that. And then there's the competition. Each team is assigned a mega fan, like a real person that's just a huge fan of Barbie. And if they win, that person has a chance to spend like a week at the house, right, after it's all done. Yeah. So it's kind of fun. It's Southern California house. It's a McMansion that they're just redoing. Yeah. I got to think about the neighbors, though, that are going to be living next to the...
Cameras, quiet.
Yeah, what are they going to do with the house once it's done? It'd probably be Airbnb or something, right?
Yeah. I mean, it'll probably be a tourist trap for sure. Yeah. That's like what they did with the Brady house. It's basically you go in there and you can get a tour of the house.
Yeah.
Should do an Evil Dead cabin somewhere, an Airbnb. That'd make a fucking gazillion dollars. Yeah.
I keep telling the wife we need to do, they have in Seattle called the Selfie Museum, where you can go up and they have backgrounds that you can photograph yourself in front of. Yeah. I said, how easy is that, man? If you can find a cheap enough piece of space to rent, right, that has some storage, you can build the walls, right, with the different colors and all the props and stuff like that. Sure. And you just roll it out and switch it up, every few days. I thought, man, that's an easy thing. And then you can come up with a new one once in a while, fit in some themed ones for holidays.
Oh, sure.
That's giving away
weird shit, because you can do anything you want.
Yeah.
Space.
All right.
Isn't that why they have, like when we did our pictures and stuff, there's like the wings on the wall for people to do selfies with.
And it has the little Cugini Flores.
Yeah. They're just sweethearts, right? Everybody loves Cugini.
And we went up to Factoria Mall a month or so ago. We did the mini golf up there, which is the monster golf.
Oh, yeah.
They have miniature golf at Factoria?
That whole mall is filled with selfie stations. Just everywhere. You just walk through and it's like a beach scene, and then there's like this.
Do they have any kind of proprietary stuff? So does that work as advertising?
I don't know. They might have a little FactoriaMall.com or something.
You know what? We should talk to Bill or whoever and see if we can get like a selfie station for the podcast set up here.
Oh.
Like have a
or one outside right by where somebody pees daily. Or
right next to it in the doorway, the unused doorway outside the office might be a good.
Yes, you could. Yeah, speaking of,
I just put mirrors up. And stuff. People look.
This is what I look like.
My God,
that's a thought.
Yeah. I don't know that Bill would be willing to give us any space, permanent space, but who knows? Bill, if you're listening,
in his heart,
kick monkey.
If it's not like set up to be a permanent thing, we can have it taken down or whatever during like events and shit.
Yeah. For sure. I mean, I've got a step and repeat for Duns Cap Games. We could have one made for our town, which wouldn't be hard to do.
What's a step and repeat?
It's those backgrounds that you see when
for red carpet.
Walk. Yeah.
And you just put that on PVC, or what are you doing?
I actually have a metal stand that it was actually pretty cheap. It was like $200, and you get like I think it's 6x8 sheet, and it's got our logo, game logo, and our little mascot dude, and it's just a step and repeat because they just repeat the pattern. But it's got a whole frame that you set up with the stand, and you just pop it down, and there you go. So
Should do the logo with like a barcode on it so people could scan.
yeah, a little QR code or something. Yeah. Well, my last piece of history, going way back to the podcast, 2015, and I think that they probably did this just to be dicks, right? But North Korea moved its official clock back a half an hour to introduce, how do you say the capital, Pyongyang?
I have no idea.
To introduce Pyongyang time, which is is 8.5 hours ahead of UTC, which is the universal time. So I think they just moved it like a half an hour just to be obnoxiously
We count
dickish.
too.
We're different because we got an extra half hour. And
So
then
either South Korea is still on UTC time, North Korea is a half an hour later or before. 2:15, man. They just, feed your people. Feed your people.
Yeah, or at least try.
At least try to feed your people. Jesus Christ.
they just need to pull themselves up by their bootstraps.
Yeah,
Oh, man, no, it's rough. It's rough. Bonkers. I knew a dude who was a little wily, but when I lived in Vegas for a while my mom was in the hospital there. Anyway, this guy was convinced that the most beautiful women on planet Earth live in North Korea. And he was bound and determined
to get there and find him a wife?
Yes.
Nice.
And I wonder if he ever did.
Yeah, oh, you never followed up?
No, I don't know what happened to that guy.
Yeah.
He was going to go to South Korea to, hook up.
Oh, he was trying to find himself a third world country wife.
No, he just really liked those ladies for some reason. I think he really wanted to, and I don't think he was he wasn't doing a mail order bride. I think he was going to break into North Korea
And try to
he was a little bonkers.
He's going to live there.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of dudes that defected, American soldiers that defected to the North, and they are still there, and they're paraded occasionally.
Well,
come out,
geez,
but
I bet
they're pretty old now. But
Yeah, either crazy or they got brainwashed. Right?
yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe that's
You can bribe people out because I bet if you were, in the court of that king, right, that you're treated well.
Yeah.
Not as well as he is.
No.
But I bet you're treated well. It's
might just have an easy life. He just hang out. I just couldn't imagine somebody dictating, what I can see on the internet and,
Oh no, every single thing.
every single thing. Right.
It's
What my
bonkers.
haircut can be.
Yeah.
It can't be too Western, stuff like that.
Yeah, no, it's bonkers.
It's friggin' nuts.
No, I don't know. No more kings, dude. No more kings.
No more kings. Well, I've got an interesting. It's sort of an end on positive. If you guys want to hear it, my acquaintance Michael Dare posted this. I don't know where he got it from, but maybe he wrote it. But it's about Margaret Mead, who I learned about in anthropology school. But years ago, Margaret Mead was asked by a student what she considered to be the first sign of civilization in a culture.
No, I think about this all the time.
The student expected Mead to talk about fish hooks or clay pots or grinding stones, wheels, stuff like that. But no, Mead said the first sign of civilization in an ancient culture was a femur or a thigh bone that had been broken and then healed. Mead explained that in Animal Kingdom, if you break your leg, you die. You cannot run from danger, get to a river for a drink, or hunt for food. You are meant for prowling beasts. No animal survives a broken leg long enough for the bone to heal. A broken femur that has healed is evidence that someone has taken time to stay with the one who fell, has bound up the wound, has carried the person to safety, and has tended the person through recovery.
Yeah.
Helping somebody else through difficulty is where civilization starts. Which I thought was just brilliant.
Nope, I think about that quote a lot.
Yeah.
Is it absolutely? Because, I would say that, that's the beginnings of us being human.
Yeah.
Not just Homo sapien, right? It's it's the thing, dude.
I used to think about it as being like the rituals, right? Like the burial rituals and stuff like that. It's, okay, that's, civilization because you're practicing something besides, eat, shit,
Reproduce.
eat, sleep, reproduce, that kind of stuff. But this makes so much sense, right?
Because it takes a long time.
It does, yeah.
It does. A femur's it's a huge deal.
And probably never heals correctly just because of the, maybe it does, but just knowing that person lived in a system, whether it was, just a family unit or a bigger unit of people that were there to support them.
I think I would venture to say that the clay pot thing, where you could now store things, and then learn how to dry things to store, or how to purify water to store, or whatever. That's like a society, because you're staying in a place, right? Because you can't travel around with a bunch of clay pots, right? So, but I would say, when we first became civilized, have 1,000%. When one of us didn't just panic when one of us got injured,
right?
We took time. We
just be like, "Oh, you're on your own, bro."
Yeah, sorry, kid.
Yeah, that's the way it goes.
Yeah, femur. Yeah, also the same place I was staying, where I met that guy who wanted to go to North Korea. There was a kid who had broken his femur.
Oh man!
And I just called him Femur.
Was the dude that wanted to move to Korea, was his name Chris, by the way?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. It was 90. When was that? It was when my mom passed. So,
okay. Was she living down there?
No, she was living in Lake Havasu.
Okay.
But then, she had health trouble. And so she went to University Hospital in Vegas.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long were you down there for?
Like 4 months.
Jeez.
Yeah, no, it was fucked up. The whole thing was fucked up.
Man.
Because I'm the good kid. Can you fucking believe that, people? Are you kidding? Yeah, I'm the good kid.
How bad do the other people have to be for you to be the
my
good
big
kid?
brother was pretty fucked up.
I'm the good kid too, Mike.
I know.
We know Todd's the bad kid, though.
Yeah.
Oh, please. Yeah.
All right, guys, you got anything else to add?
but I
Any
do want to
positive?
hear
I mean,
Young Todd.
I was going to say something and I totally spaced on it. What was I going to say? God, of course.
No. Do your Young Todd impression again.
My Young Todd impression?
Young Todd, real mom.
Man. Yeah. Ahsoka comes to Disney Plus, I think, like next week.
Oh, Jesus, that quick already?
Yeah,
huh? I got some catching up to do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I got to
I was
finish
thinking
Andor.
about rewatching the last 2 seasons of The Mandalorian, just because,
just to get back into it.
Well, just, because she appears in season 2, and season 3 was just awesome. So
Jeez, there you go. Yeah, no, I'm wherever Rosario Dawson is, I'm watching.
Yeah.
Did you guys see DMZ? I watched the first episode and just couldn't bring myself to watch it.
I didn't really appeal to me. I saw like a trailer. I think I saw like stills of it or something. I don't remember seeing a whole lot about it. I just know that it existed.
Yeah, I got all about that.
I really like her, but I just could not get into the story, and I was like, oh, okay.
Was she in that show too?
She's the lead in that DMZ.
Okay.
So yeah.
Geez,
No,
what station
because it's on Max, I think. Yeah, I think it's on. It's a DC product, right?
What, DMZ? I think it's DC.
Yeah, so it would be on
Maybe
Max.
Vertigo,
It's on Max, probably.
Yeah.
Oh shit! God, I wish I remember what it was in the forefront of my mind. Then it got derailed. Fuck it. It's not that important, apparently.
Yeah, well, we could add it into the.
We'll add it in. We're going to take a break and come back and do our bonus round.
One hit wonder.
Which, if you are a subscriber, you'll be able to see. If you are not a subscriber, you can become one. As Todd mentioned earlier, just go to r-townpodcast.com and sign up in the members only section. $3 a month, $30 a year, and there's plenty of good stuff in there. Go check it out.
I did find a really cool playlist on Spotify that has a bunch of one-hit wonders.
Oh, nice.
I posted that on the Facebook page at Our Town Pod.
Nice.
So
I tried to do a deep dive for it. So hopefully we might overlap, but
I had a hard time narrowing it down to 5.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
And you can even see
one of our greatest export is one hit wonders.
Yeah.
Actually, America's got a gaggle of them.
Yeah.
But there's also like 99 Luftballons.
99 Luftballons.
That didn't make my top
the
5.
German version.
Oh, yeah.
99 left balloons, yeah.
From, Red
balloons.
Nina.
Nina. Good call.
Yeah.
I think it was just red balloons in the American version, right? Or the English version, rather, not American version.
As opposed to
left balloons.
Oh, yeah.
German.
Yeah, it's German. She does the German, and she was cute as hell too.
Yeah, she had like that stonewashed look about her hair.
And Germans do new wave stuff really well.
Oh, they do.
Right? Because it kind of, it's neat.
That and leather porn.
I did not know that, Charles. I used to call you St. Charles. No more.
Shanzer videos.
Nah, you tell me if your Shizer video.
Of course, honey. All right, guys.
Okay.
Well, come
Thank
back
you,
and join
everybody.
us in the bonus round where we're doing our top 100, or 100,
Top
one hit
1,000.
wonder, top 1,000. Stay Casey Kasem. And for this week, thanks for tuning in,
Yes,
and we'll
very
see you
much.
next time, guys.
Cheers. Thank you.
Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you think this episode is worth $1 or $5, the boys would love to have it. Please go to ourtownpod.store for merch or to donate now. For less than a cup of coffee, you can also join the website in the member-only area for exclusive bonus content, vlogs, and more. It's just $3 a month or $30 a year. Thank you for listening to this production of Our Town Podcast Extraordinaire.